Welcome to the WBC arena, and what a sugar.
Misbounded.
All the talk. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. They're both trying for a knockout. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Did you see the nerves on that fight stepping into the ring, Todd? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner, you've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
You'd like to see more jabs. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
Uh-oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he going to do? Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's what do we expect to see here in round two? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think they're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
They have got great ring IQs. Counter punches are the best.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. A perfect counter lands. This with that jab. Both of these fighters have the conditioning to go the distance, no problem. They also have the power to end this with one punch. Insane action. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that. There's the bell to start round three. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
punch and shoot. We wanted action, and they are delivering. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
The jab not finding its target. No rest for the weary. And the build up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard. There's the bell for round 4. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. They exchange punches. Beautiful counter punch. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
The middleweights are the best.
Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
A shot from the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Sugar Ray.
What do you do?
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. Which fighter will say no mas? Done with that counter shot. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges, Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He threw a punch and just got countered. You don't want to trade shots. Sugar Ray's in trouble. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sugar Ray. There's the bell to start round 6. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice punch. That counter shot lands. How about that time counter shot? This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pot areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Caution being thrown to the wind. Punch and just got countered. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. And there's the bell for round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Both men step back for just a moment. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Off the charts action from both of these fighters. You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Swing and a miss for that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Sugar Ray Leonard. Round 8, and we're off again. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Misses with the jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Let's talk about Sugar. And there's the bell for round 9. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He missed with that jab. Nice counter shot. Jab does not score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Sugar. We've made it to round 10. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Not so rigid anymore with the stance. That hook just can't find the target. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Now, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
And he scores with the counter. They miss with the jab. That jab doesn't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Sugar Ray. And there's the bell for round 11. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fights.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Oh, boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. And there goes Jacobs. He's down. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
That will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues.
He's up, but for how long? Look at it. On the heel, but look at it. It's not there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
It's that but ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. And Sugar is in trouble. Could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Shot from the gun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Both men promised. There's the bell for round 12. How do you score the last round, Johnny, as both of these fighters went to the canvas?
That is showing the fitness, that is showing the stamina, that is showing the hard work done in the gym. If you can get knocked down and get back up and knock your opponent down, they've got it.
You can tell he's stronger. Whoa, wait a minute! Jacobs in real trouble. Looks like trouble was averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
men step back for just a moment. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Left uppercut doesn't score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart, that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.